Learn grammar without any effort. Welcome to your digital classroom. I am Saji KV and you are watching my channel, The Eureka. Let's learn Modal Auxiliary Verb Part 3. The first two parts we learned about modal auxiliary verbs. And those who have not watched the first two videos, kindly watch first two videos and continue watching this video till the end. I assure you, you will learn the uses of auxiliary verb correctly if you watch this video till the end. So now, let's learn the modal auxiliary verb must. When do we use the modal auxiliary verb must? We use must to express a strong order, a strong possibility, and a strong determination. Let's examine sentences to understand this concept clearly. For example, you must do this work today. Here, this is a strong order that you must do this work today. And then, let's examine another use of modal auxiliary verb, strong possibility. For example, he must be guilty. Therefore, he got the punishment. Strong possibility that he must be guilty. Therefore, he got the punishment. Now, let's learn the third use of modal auxiliary verb must. That is strong determination. For example, I must learn this lesson today. I am determined to learn this lesson today. Very strong determination is expressed when I use the word modal auxiliary verb must. I must learn this lesson today. Thus we learn modal auxiliary verb must is used for expressing strong order, strong possibility, and strong determination. Now, let's learn the next auxiliary verb, ought to. We use ought to express a moral duty and moral obligation. So here, let's analyze the sentence and we learn the use of ought to. For example, we ought to respect our parents. It's a moral duty to respect our parents. If we do not respect our parents, it is a sin, it is wrong. So, it is a moral duty of ours to respect our parents. Another example, you ought to obey your elders. It is a moral duty to obey our elders. Now, let's examine the second use of ought to. Ought to is used to express moral obligation. For example, the Christians ought to go to church on Sunday. It's a moral obligation that they should go to church on Sunday. For another example, you ought to help the poor. Here, it's a moral obligation to help the poor. Thus, we learn ought to expresses moral duty and moral obligation. Let's learn modal auxiliary verb used to. The modal auxiliary verb used to express a discontinued past action. Past action that we discontinued. For example, I used to go for a walk when I was young. That is to say, it is a past action, but I do not continue this. Let's examine one more sentence. I used to play football in my childhood. A past discontinued action is expressed. Now, let's learn next modal auxiliary verb, dare. Here, dare has a speciality. This dare can be used in two ways. That as a finite verb and as a modal auxiliary verb. First, let's learn dare as a finite verb. It means challenge. Dare means challenge as a finite verb. For example, he dares me to fight with him. Here it means he challenges me to fight with him. Here it means challenges. Now let's see another example. They dare me to go out alone at night. They challenge me to go out. And here, dare, it means challenge. So we find dare can be used as a finite verb. And now, let's learn dare as a modal auxiliary verb. Dare as a modal auxiliary verb, it can be used in negative sentences and for framing questions. Modal auxiliary verb, dare means be bold enough. For example, he dares not fight with me. That means he is not bold enough to fight with me. Another example, how dare you go out alone? Are you bold enough to go out alone? So here it is used as modal auxiliary verb. When it is a modal auxiliary verb, it means be bold. When it is a finite verb, it means challenge. Now, let's learn need. Again, need can be used as finite verb and modal auxiliary verb. Let us examine need as a finite verb. As a finite verb, need means want or require. For example, he needs to work hard. It means he requires to work hard. Let's examine another sentence. I do not need your help. It means I do not want your help. Thus we learn modal auxiliary verb need can be used as finite verb. Now let's learn need as modal auxiliary verb. As a modal auxiliary verb, need means be necessary. For example, he need not do the work. It means it is not necessary for him to do the work. He need not do the work. Another example, need he my help? Is it necessary for him to have my help? Another example, they need not come here for work. That means it is not necessary for them to come here for the work. Thus we will learn need can be used as finite verb and as a modal auxiliary verb. In fact, these two words are dare and need. These two words we can use as a finite verb and modal auxiliary verb. Thus we complete the learning of modal auxiliary verb here. Now we need to understand the comparative study of this modal auxiliary verb. Therefore, let's have a comparative study of modal auxiliary verb now. Modal auxiliary verbs that express order are should, shall and must. Now let's compare their use. Should expresses a mild order, shall expresses order, and must expresses a strong order. For example, you should do this work is a mild order. You shall do this work, order. Now you must do this work, a strong order. Thus we find should, shall, must can be used for expressing order. Now let's learn modal auxiliary verbs that express possibility. Will, can, may, could, might. These auxiliary verbs express possibility. And now let's compare and study. Will expresses very strong possibility. Can expresses strong possibility. May expresses possibility. Could expresses weak possibility. Might expresses remote possibility. Now let's examine the sentence. It will rain today. That means it's certain. Very, very strong possibility. Now it can rain today. Possibility of rain. It may rain today. Possibility, but in comparison to can, it's less possibility. Now it could rain. It is a weak possibility. Now it might rain. It's a remote possibility. Thus we find all these words express possibility, but level of possibility is different. Now let's learn modal auxiliary verbs that make request. Can, will, would and could. These are the modal auxiliary verbs that we use for making request. Now let's compare the use of it. Can expresses informal request or not a formal request. Will expresses polite request. Would expresses very polite request. And could expresses very, very polite request. For example, can you give me your book? It's an informal and impolite way of requesting to get something. And next example, will you give me your book? It shows a polite request and it is acceptable. Would you give me your book? Is more polite, very polite way of making a request to get something. And could you give me your book? It is very, very polite way of requesting. Thus, we should use would or could when we want to make a request to someone. Thus, here we complete learning of modal auxiliary verbs. If you like this video, kindly subscribe, like and share. Stay tuned for more videos on grammar.